Okay, so now we've another pony in the stable. 1955 Ferguson 20 diesel. She's in for clutch and it was cutting out, starving of fuel probably, so I'd say we'll do a flush in the tank, see what's happening with these. Are usually bad news because they're a sludge trap basically, and they usually fill up with a lot of crap. So a lot of people actually just bypass them. So look, we'll say nothing yet. We'll change fuel filters, clean everything out. The wiring is a little bit of a worry because if you look there, that's electrical wire from a house. That is positive when the lights are on, I think, or it could be positive all the time. And if that touches that air filter there, that bare wire, the whole lot will melt. And over here as well, you can see that wire there is kind of just meant to be stuck in behind there, and it's trying to see what for. I think it's for lights, the rear lights, so that's just not ideal. So there's a lot of switches going on here. This is a starter switch because it has a later pre-engaged solenoid starter, which is fine. But if this was mine, what I'd do is I'd fit a key in there. This seems to be for the heater plug there, whereas I'd work the whole lot off the key, where you click and hold for the heater plug and then start, and that would tidy up a lot of stuff here. This switch isn't being used and this switch isn't being used, so if it was mine, I'd take them off. I'd take that off as well, so the three of them gone, and I'd work it all from a key here, and I'd use this for my lights. Keep it nice and simple. There's a strange feed here for the heater plug, very clever, but if you loosen off that joint, all of the fuel tank will leak out, so we'll make sure that we obviously have the fuel emptied first. A lot of wires down here that are bared and cracked. You can see them, they're the green, and if they touch anything there, metal, there's a good chance that they'll cause a bit of a melt. So that's what I'd be suggesting there, is a full rewire and a full clean up, like we did on the other Ferguson 20 diesel there before Christmas. We just took everything off and we started from scratch, and we knew what we had. Clean up the dash, get it a bit more functional, user friendly. Apart from that, the engine looks really good. Diesel pump is in great nick. All of the badges are in place. Cav, everything's looking really good there. This is your pneumatic air line from your throttle venture, your throttle valve being repaired. So once it's okay, but we all know what happens to these engines if there's a leak in that pipe. The spring in there will push everything into the maximum fuel setting, and it can cause a lot of revving, so it's very important to have your pull to stop on and working. So that's on and it's in there. So whenever we make sure to put a little oar clip in that to keep it in. So apart from that, there's a few little bits of wear and tear, the usual crack. It'll shake in and out in there, so we put a bit of a copper washer or something in there to do the clutch. Yeah, lovely little tractor. We might just adjust a bit of free play out of the steering wheel, although a lot of it I'd say is in that knuckle there, just being a bit loose, so that's all right. This bracket here seems to be fairly loose there. You can turn the bolt on, and that's designed to keep that good and tight, so that's all right. There's a bit of wear in the gear stick, but we'll take a look at that. On the back here we have an original adjustable lift arm, which is really nice to see, turning and all. Yeah. Yeah. Might be able to put the spring on that for him as well. I think I've two of them there. Springs that actually hold that in place is a bit easier to use. Yeah, so that's what I will be doing with this. So I suppose I have to make up the decision on what exactly to do first. Do I start stripping? Do I try and get it running complete as is, check all the fuel system, or do I go and do the clutch, which involves stripping? It's hard to know. I have a feeling the stripping down is going to have to happen anyway, and then when we're down that far we can split the tractor, do the clutch, do the release bearing, do the input shaft seal, do the spigot bearing and the flywheel, and then put back together. And as we're putting back together, because we're going to have to move things like fuel filters, we can fit fuel filters, clean out the fuel canisters, that kind of thing. And I think I'll talk to the owner about what I will be doing. Is I'd be taking every bit of wire off this, because like you can see, this wire here is from the original wiring loom, and that's the A, so it's meant to go to the ammeter, but the ammeter is bypassed and it's going back here, which will be connected to the solenoid, probably to the positive side, so it's charging the battery. Just a little bit busy in there, so I'd say we'll do that. Anyway, that's just a very quick look at the latest project here, and we'll keep you updated on what is going to be going on with it. So we'll start a playlist like we always do, and this will be the 4th Ferguson 20 diesel playlist, and we'll make sure to record anything of interest.